Welcome back, my friends. New year 2021. New news about Orlando City. I'm going to talk about the results of the Super Draft 2021. And if you are not from the United States, you're probably asking yourself, what in the world is the Super Draft? Well, here in the United States, we have to do things very American. I don't apologize for the fact that we are Americans. We like our sports a certain way. We like our football a certain way. And we have to introduce a little bit of Americana into what we do. So, no apologies for that. We don't have to do everything that the rest of the world does. We're the United States of America, my friends. If you haven't noticed, the world's only superpower. And I'm not going to apologize for that either. So, basically what it is, in all seriousness, is originally when the league started, this was a way for college players, which was basically the bread and butter of the league. Basically, back in the early days, the first 10 years of the league, you will have college players and sprinkle in between some of the so-called old players that came here for a check or a paycheck at the end of their careers. Over the years, the quality of players coming out of the universities here in the United States has increased exponentially to the point where a lot of those guys drafted in the MLS Super Draft have moved on to great careers in the EPL, for example, in Turkey, Belgium, France, Germany, a lot of different places, and obviously here in MLS. So I believe that speaks volumes of the type of hidden gems that a team can find. This is very traditional for other sports here in the United States, and MLS has adopted this concept from other leagues, and I think it's adds to the uniqueness of the league. And a lot of friends overseas tell me, "Hey, this is why I watch MLS, because it's unique, it's different, and it's just it's just unique." So that's it. I'm recording this on the 22nd of January, 2021. This draft happened last year. Yesterday on the 21st. Last year was the first year where they did not do the pageantry of having all the guys fly into a particular city and come and get the scarf and the hat and all that. Lo and behold, who would have thought that was ushering the COVID era? Because this year it wasn't done just because. It was done because unfortunately with COVID restrictions, people have to stay home. That's it. Orlando City was picking on the 19th and 22nd spots of the first round and 22nd on the second round. Now, surprisingly, we traded that 19th spot for the 8th spot with Portland Timbers, which we gave them some TAM, thank you ma'am, basically this fake money that MLS gives teams to trade with each other, and Garber bucks, some people call them. And we drafted the following player, a surprise for me. So allow me here to get to it. And with the 8th pick, Orlando City drafted Derek Dodson. Derek is a striker, 6 foot even, 162 pounds, born January 1st, 1998. Age 23, out of Aurora, Illinois, obviously an American, and out of Georgetown University. Georgetown University is a university around the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. Very well known for academics and sports. When it comes to football, and I'm sorry, I've been watching on the road, the channel on the road out of England, and I just really love saying football. It just I don't know. Never mind. So when it comes to football or soccer, they haven't been making a lot of noise as of late. But a lot of people are telling me that this team, this ensemble for the last 5 years, has had a lot to say. And as we progress, we're gonna see some of that. So I'm very pleased with this pick. Saw his highlights. This kid has a nose for goal. He's crafty. He's aggressive. He's speedy. That's how I like my strikers. I want people with a lot of pizzazz, a chip on their shoulders, very cocky. You have to be. You have to be a striker. If like my partner in my podcast, Tiro de Esquina, Kenneth says, if you're gonna ask for the ball, you gotta do something with it, and that's what the striker does. The striker takes the weight of the world on their shoulders and try to make magic. The team really needs left back right now, and a center back because we lost Kamal Mueller in the expansion draft to Austin, who immediately flipped him and sent him to Montreal for $250,000, which we only got $50,000 from the league. We could have done that deal if they wanted to, but hey, what's to say? We wish the best to Kamal. Super nice guy. Talk to him. Canadian international. Nice guy. I know he's gonna miss Orlando, and Orlando's gonna miss him. So we wish him well in Montreal, back in his home country. So we definitely had a need. Now, the fact that we spend money to get that picked, we're taking a striker. To me, what this means is we're already looking into a world without Nani, without Chris Mueller, without Daryl DK, which we know Nani, this is his last year of his contract, most likely his career. We know that Daryl DK is getting a lot of eyes on him. I don't expect him to be in MLS past 2021. Chris Mueller with the U.S. National team, which, by the way, Daryl DK is over there in the camp, the U.S. camp as well. So these are two guys that are getting a lot of eyes, and I expect to see them moving on in their careers. The goals have to come from somewhere, and we have to start packing the pantry with future talent. We have done very well when it comes to strikers in the past, especially out of the draft. We have always drafted great players. Daryl DK, Kyle Laren, Chris Mueller, and the list goes on. And I'm not including Benjamin Shaw because Benjamin Shaw obviously was a homegrown. So we always had great talent come out of this draft. So moving on. The next player, this is the 19th pick of the first round. This guy, also out of Georgetown, is Rio Hope Gun. Center back, 6'1", 170 pounds. Born August 20th, 1999. Age 21. Kid from New York City. As my wife. Nationality, obviously American. This kid was part of an academy up there in Westchester County. Those of you guys that are from New York know exactly what that is. That's the first county out north of the Bronx, or upstate, as New Yorkers like to call it. So this is a suburban kid that his highlights, one of the things I liked is he's aggressive. He has good ball movement, good distribution, and can score with his head. If you have listened to my podcast, Tiro de Esquina, or my interventions in other English language podcasts like Orlando Lions, then I have always said that the thing that we've been lacking since 2016, 2017 is making corner kicks or free kicks into the box dangerous. In the past, we have players like Seb Hines, also known as the Headmaster Hines, a American English player that was a center back, and that dude scored massively in one friendly against Ponte Petra, team out of Brazil. The man scored 4 goals. It was impressive to say the least. So we definitely I want us to go back to that. In past years, getting corner kicks and free kicks meant nothing because we really did not produce a lot of goals out of them because we were really, really bad in the air. Moving on, because I see that the time is ticking. With the 22nd pick, we picked out of Penn State University. This guy is, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to read here. Come on. I'm reading out of Twitter. It's Hackenberg, and I don't. His first name starts with a B. I apologize. I did not get ready for it. As a matter of fact, hold on a second. This guy is. The account doesn't exist. Okay, great. He's a center back, 6'1". I promise you, I'll give you his first name. 175 pounds. Born July 2nd, 1999. Age 21. From Palmyra, Virginia. This cat. Actually, you know what? Let me see if Penn State posted. Oh, of course. His name is. Will it kill anybody to give this poor guy's first name? You know what it is his account on Twitter has been deactivated. Smart, brother. Probably you had some embarrassing stuff in there. I like it. I really, really like it. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, Brandon. Brandon is his name. So Brandon evidently scrubbing his Twitter account. I love it. You never know, right? It's you don't want embarrassing stuff already. So this cat, center back, which is very good. Again, saw his highlights. Aggressive, good in the air, good ball movement, good distribution. And just to remind everybody, Orlando City has a fantastic pairing of center backs in Antonio Carlos, the Brazilian, and I'm drawing a blank because I haven't said his names in a while. Robin Jansen, the Swedish guy. They're fantastic. They have a good chemistry, even though they don't speak each other's languages. And English is obviously their second language. So we need players to put in that equation to back them up and push them. Of course, we are going to have Rodrigo Schlegel, the Argentinian, back this year. Very talented guy. The guy plays like his life depends on it. So with adding Rio and Brian, we definitely need to look into the future. Young cats. I mean, this kid's born 1998, 1999. As a matter of fact, what was it, Rio? No, I think it was Derek. Derek was only days old the day I got my discharge papers from the Navy back in January 1998. So, wow, it's been a while. Fun fact, Brandon is the brother of former New York Jets, Eagles, and Bengals quarterback Christian Hackenberg. My NFL fandom has cooled off the past decade and a half since the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sucked really bad. So I did not know that. I'm assuming, judging by the picture, he was just a backup quarterback. But how many parents can go around saying, one of my kids play in the NFL, the other one play in the MLS, right? And last, in the second round, with the 49th pick, we drafted out of Wake. Is it Wake Forest? Let me see. Yeah, out of Wake Forest, we have Andrew Pannenberg. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. 6'3". Personally, I like my goalkeepers over 6 foot, even though I am 5 foot nothing. 195 pounds. Born September 21st, 1998, age 22, hometown Charlotte, North Carolina, obviously an American. Saw his highlight reel, beautiful. This kid will do wonders here. Inexpensive, young, talented, high ceiling. Now, this is a situation with the goalkeepers in Orlando. Pedro Galese, Peruvian international. As you guys know, nickname El Pulpo, the octopus. He's a fantastic addition. In my opinion, within the next 2 years, he's probably going to be the best goalkeeper in the league. I'm not saying that because he's an Orlando City player. I'm saying that because I have seen this man do a double save while being in the prone position on the pitch. That to me is impressive. I've been watching football for 25 years, and some of the over 25 years now, and some of the saves that he has done, and some of the penalties and all that stuff that a goalkeeper is supposed to do, he does very well, very good. He's cool, collected, organizes the back line. I really like everything that I see from Pedro. The fact is that Pedro is going to be missing about 10 to 11 games a season because he's obviously going to go on international duty. So our backup has to be close to that level. With Brian Rowe, who was our backup this year, who was the starter in 2019, there was severe deficiencies. Nice fella. You know, when I talk about players, I'm never attacking their personality, their character. I think Orlando City has been blessed with guys that are awesome. But if I have to speak about football, I have to be very frank and I have to be very honest, because they don't give trophies to those who are super nice and super friendly. Champions are born out of brutality and out of honesty, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. Take that to the bank. So we have that Brian had severe deficiencies in his game, and every time Pedro was away, we either dropped points or we lost games. If you are thinking, Brian Rowe, where have I heard that name before? If you look at that famous goal of DC United's Wayne Rooney, not the one that we always see where he tackles Will Johnson halfway in the pitch. God, I hate watching that video. But another game at DC, Brian Rowe is so far off the pitch that Wayne Rooney steals the ball in the final third of Orlando City, goes up to, I don't know, what it seemed like 5 or 10 yards, kicks the ball and scores. I'm amazed that that goal never gets as much love, because it was impressive, as the one where he steals the balls from Will Johnson. And you're going to excuse me. Allergies are bothering me. So, Brian obviously loses the starting position to Pedro Galese. I saw both players playing at the practice that the Orlando City club allows season ticket holders to attend last year around this time. And I already remember I went there with my friend Kenneth, my co-host, in Tiro de Esquina, and I said, dude, Brian is not it. Brian did okay this year, but we need better. And Brian is basically getting to the end of his career. Obviously, he wants to be a starter. Definitely can be a starter in some MLS teams that may need a little bit of quality. He can definitely be a shoo-in starter in USL Championship, which is the second division of the United States. And definitely he can probably go overseas and be a starter in some second or third divisions in Europe or in Latin America. Fact is that he's getting to the point where we really need quality more than how much are we paying him. On Twitter, I made a comment that, hey, he was making quite a little bit of money And if we were to resign him, he will get a severe bump. And I honestly just don't see the relation between quality and where are we going to be paying him. If we're going to be spending over $100,000 on a backup keeper, I really want quality, because backup keeper in Orlando is expected to play, unlike other places. He is expected to play and hold the fort, get us points while Pedro's away. So those are facts. So with that said, today we got news that we're getting a goalkeeper on loan. After all that I just said, that's why I said it, because I need to usher you guys into the following. We're getting a goalkeeper on loan. His name is Brandon Austin. Brandon Austin is, and as I was recording that, my wife called, so my apologies. So, like I was talking about Brandon, his dad is American, mom is British, English, and he was born in England. He's been at with the, I believe it's the sub, not the sub, the U17s or 18s for the US and U19s for England. He's 6'2", born January 7th, 1999. Right now, he's with Spurs and in the obviously the English EPL, and he is coming to us after a loan spell in Denmark again. So his if you suffer from allergies, you know what I'm going through right now. I apologize. So he's coming to us after a loan spell in Denmark, and I saw his highlight reel, and it looked and he looked very good. So I think with this allergy situation, I need to cut it short. So that's where we are so far. Definitely, we haven't addressed directly the situation with a left back. I am assuming that we'll be wrapping up how our team is going to be looking in 2021. Before I forget, I want to thank our friend Taylor Williams, who runs Orlando City UK. This is a overseas supporter group based out of obviously the UK, but includes a lot of folks in Europe. Good guy. Every time he comes to Orlando, we never get to run into each other. He's one of the folks that introduced me to my club, Stevenage. So I owe him a debt of gratitude for that. That's my English club. And if you are watching this because you follow Stevenage, because a lot of folks that are fans of Stevenage had followed me to Orlando City, thank you for that. So he posted this on the Twitter account, so that's where I got the information from. Now, Orlando City, right now, like I said, is wrapping up what's going to be, how our team is going to be looking like. I expect our club to start gearing towards camp, as the month of January is almost done. I expect our club in February to be, going into camp, start picking up the last pieces and configuration of the squad, how it's going to look for 2021. 2021 is going to bring a lot of challenges. We're not going to have a reserve team. Orlando City B is going to be on hiatus. Right now, we don't know what's going to happen with it, which in the past, we tended to draft a lot of kids, stash them in there, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen this year. That said, I expect Orlando City to have friendlies in the month of February. I asked Alex Leitao, who was the CEO of Orlando City, on Twitter, 3 questions. One, if we were going to have, again, access to the training facility to take a look at the new Orlando City. He said no, unfortunately, because of the COVID restrictions. I asked him if we're going to be able to attend any of the friendlies. He said that they are working at least on getting us into one. Obviously, season ticket holders with the COVID restrictions in place. And lastly, I asked him if we are going to be able to have a party at the stadium. We did this in 2019 where the stadium was open for people to get, autographs from the players, from having interactions, just hanging out, a day at the stadium. And that was a lot of fun. That was pretty cool. I really liked that, spending a Saturday with everybody, where there's no game per se, so we could, like chit chat and walk around, have a tour of the stadium. I thought that was pretty awesome. So what better way to celebrate once things go back to normal and we are off the mask, off the restrictions, off all this other crap that has basically made the last 10 months living hell for all of us. So I think that will be pretty fun. With that said, thank you for watching. I'm gonna be bringing more content into the channel as the Orlando City season progresses. And with that said, give me a thumbs up. Just it takes 2 seconds. Just click, do that. I'm not trying to be rich out of this. I just want to reach out to as many Orlando City fans as possible. Some don't like me, some hate me, some make me wish I would have taken the bait and moved on to Miami and support that club. But unfortunately, I don't know how to quit. And clubs are for life. And if you don't like me, we support the same team. Have some love for me. So with that said, thank you, my friends. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you on the next video.